So here is the problem with that, and I'm trying to explain this in terms of, let's say, talk about coffee. So United States, this is from the US government's website, right? That the United States imports the majority of its coffee by value from Colombia and Brazil. There is no country cap on that. They don't mind getting the most of the things from one particular country as long as they are getting the best of the best. So United States doesn't produce enough coffee, so they import the best of the best coffee from selected two countries. And then there are other countries as well, but majoritarily it imports from two countries. So there is no country cap on coffee imports, but let's say if there is, like let's say there is a country cap on the coffee, it imports 7%, just like as in the employment-based category, right? Then what happens that let's assume that United States needs 100 kilogram of coffee every year. That's just for an example to simplify. So now there is a 7% cap on that. So what happens that United States can import 7 kilogram of coffee from Colombia, 7 kilogram of coffee from Brazil, no more than that. But then they have to go to the rest of the countries. There are major few countries, Vietnam, Guatemala, Indonesia, Honduras, let's say 6 countries. But let's assume that there are 10 countries which produces good coffee. So then 7%. So they still got only 70 kilogram of coffee. But then they still have to get the coffee, rest of the coffee from the other country, even they produce city coffee. And if the law was like that, I researched that there are some countries by the ChatGPT where the coffee doesn't grow. Like let's say that Iceland, they don't have the climate and lack of suitable arable land where they can produce coffee. But then they will be like, okay, but we still want to send our coffee to the United States because there is this country cap, and why we should be left out, even though our coffee is shitty, we want to export it to the United States and sell it at the good price, So the United States starts getting the shitty coffee. They are not getting the best of the best, and it impacts all the area of their life because, like, let's say a lot of people's productivity depends on coffee. So they will be drinking a shitty coffee. Their mood would be good, won't be good. They won't be that productive. Their productivity goes down, and it hurts in all the areas, right? So this is very simple to understand, but it's still there in the employment-based category that even though, like, similar to coffee, not all the country produces the STEM workers which United States has shortage of equally because they don't have that climate, right? Just to give you an example, that a lot of the people in the Europe, they want to pursue this field in the like fashion industry and a lot of the other industries, if you look about that, right? So not all the country produces this talent which wants to leave everything behind, their family, their friends, leave everything behind and start their new life in a foreign country. So it's not every country produces the talent equally who wants to move to the United States. But still there is this country cap where United States cannot get more than 9,800 applicants from one particular country. So it's a major issue, and because of this kind of issue, there are a lot of people who are not qualified, but they are qualifying based on their country of birth. So just like getting a city coffee, we are getting shitty people, and it's like not qualified people. And sometimes they are even coming from a country where it's like United States has this country declared as a state-sponsored terrorist country, and even from those countries they are able to qualify and jump this line just because this crazy law is there that the United States, even skill-based immigration, they prioritize based on the country of birth. So it's a serious issue, and it's an unfair thing to a lot of people.